Today I'm going to be looking at a wireless microphone system. It's from Neewer and it's the CM28 PRO. It comes in a charging case and you have two microphones and one receiver, and I suppose a well-known competitor would be something like the Rode Go 2. This, however, is about a third of the price of the Rode microphone. However, I don't think it's going to be a third as good. In fact, I've had a quick play with this before I started recording, and I was quite impressed with the results. Along with this, I also have the Neewer CM5 wired lavalier microphones. The reason I've also got this is because you can use the built-in microphones on the CM28 PRO, or you can plug in an external microphone. So that's what I'm going to do with the CM5 microphone, which matches the CM28 PRO very well. I'm also going to have a little bit of a play in that I'm going to try and plug in other microphones to see how we get on, whether it improves the sound, whether it will work. In fact, I've got a Deity D3 microphone which I will plug in. It's a bit like the Rode video mic, and I also have a professional Sennheiser ME66 shotgun microphone, so I'll be quite interested to see how I'll get on with a professional microphone with the wireless system from Neewer. Let's see what you actually get when you open up the box. Now, this is the CM28 PRO. I also got the CM5 lavalier microphone to match the CM28 PRO. So what do you get inside? Well, first of all, you'll notice that the side of the box looks as if it's a little bit lower than the outside. It's the same on both edges, so you might think you just push this through, that this is an outer sleeve and you just push this through. That's not the case at all. There's a magnetic flap on the front here, so you just go to the front and you just lift the edge. It's as simple as that, and then the box opens up. So what do you get in the box? Well, you get a rather nice suede feel of a bag. It's got a tie on the end, and I have already filled it, but in a separate little part you get all the bits and pieces that you get along with the unit, or the connectors. So let's just put that there. So what connectors do you get? Well, there's a USB-C to USB-A cable. These are just straight connectors. There is also another USB-A to USB-C connector, but this one, the USB-C, is an elbow joint there, a 90-degree elbow. So you get two of those, USB-A to USB-C. Then you get another USB-C, but this one is terminated with a 3.5mm TRS jack. So that jack slots into the receiver unit, and then the USB-C connector, you would connect that to your phone, so you get that cable. Then there is a TRS to TRS cable. One end is a 90-degree, the other end is a straight one, and I have used this to connect to my mirrorless camera, so you get that as well. And then finally, this cable is your TRS, 3.5mm TRS to a lightning connector. So essentially all these cables here allow you to connect to just about any kind of device that you need to. The last two things that come with it is a couple of dead cats. These are actually quite good. I'll take one out. And the reason they're quite good is because hang on, let me get it right way around. There's a plastic ring here that locks into the top of the microphone. Don't know whether you can see that. There's a little plastic ring there. Now, underneath there's a foam layer. So the microphones effectively have a foam windshield, and then on the outside this furry dead cat windshield. So you've got a couple of layers of protection for the microphones, and you'll see later on how effective that is. So in addition to the 2 dead cats and all these connectors, what else do you get in the box? Well, you get the main show. Let's move that out of the way. This is the CM28 PRO, and you open it up and there are the 2 microphone transmitters and the receiver there. Now, you charge your devices inside this case. So on the back there is a USB-C connector just there. On the front there are 4 LED lights that give you the status, and when you open the case, the lights on the units all come on. So the actual process of opening the case makes the units turn on. When you close the case up, the units will get turned off. So let's look at these. You have on the what this would be your left, and on the right, those are the 2 transmitter microphone units, and here you've got the microphone in the top. Alongside you've got a mic in, so that's where we would plug the wired lavalier microphone if you're using an external one. On the side you've got a couple of switches there, to a couple of controls. You've got lights on the front. You can see the on light is on at the moment, and it also indicates that it's paired with the receiver. On the other side you've got the USB-C connector. Now, why would you have that? Because this charges from the unit here. You can see there's a couple of charging connectors there. Why would you have the USB-C socket on the side of the microphone transmitter? Well, the reason is because not only are these transmitters, they are also recorders. So you can record your audio onto this at the same time as using it as a transmitter. So you're never going to lose your audio. And to retrieve that audio, you'd plug one of the cables into the side of the unit and connect it to your laptop or wherever you're going to edit your audio. So that's why you have the USB-C connector on the side there. On the receiver unit, you've got a rather nice display, and you've got I don't know whether you can see that. Let's not get the reflection of the light. You've got a couple of meters on there, and the display shows you lots of useful information, such as A, the level, B, whether you've got the noise cancellation switched on or off, whether they're actually paired with the transmitters as well. So channel 1 there, or microphone 1 there, microphone 2 there, and I don't know whether you can see the levels actually moving, because the microphones are picking me up whilst I'm speaking. So you may see the level meters moving up and down. Now, on the side you've got a couple of buttons, the on-off button, a set button. You also have the headphone output there. You can monitor your audio by plugging headphones into that. On the other side you have got the USB-C connector and an audio out connector. The USB-C connector you would connect to your laptop or your mobile phone using that. Or you could also connect using the audio out. So this gives you a lot of flexibility. In fact, if you really wanted, you could connect the transmitter unit to 3 different recording devices, because you could connect using the USB-C, the audio out, and also the headphone output. So if you were recording onto, say, a Zoom H5 audio recorder, your phone and your camera, you could do all of that by using those 3 different connection methods. Now, one thing that you have on the back of all of these units is a clip connector. So these can clip onto a pocket, lapel, your clothing, whatever. This clip on the receiver unit also, you can use that to slot into your hot shoe on your camera. So that's really good, and it can just sit on the top of your camera and just connect to the out to the in on your camera. Now, the little connectors, the clips on the transmitter units, although you can just clip those onto your clothing, there's also a magnetic disc that comes with it. So if you wanted to position the microphones on a part of your clothing where you don't have an edge that you could just clip it onto, you can use the magnet on the inside of your clothing, and then just put the microphone on the outside, and the magnet will keep the microphone in place on your clothing. So that's a nice little piece to have as well. So I'll put that back in. As I said, when you close up the case, everything switches off, so you don't have to worry about switching off the unit. It switches off for you. So that is the CM28 PRO. Now, I will be testing it out so you'll hear what it sounds like, but there's also the CM5, the 2 lavalier microphones in here. You can get a single or a double. I got the double because there are 2 transmitter units in the CM28. These are gold plated, so the connections should be good. They shouldn't corrode, and also these are condenser omnidirectional lavalier wired microphones, and it just plugs into that input beside the microphone on the top of the transmitter unit. Now, I have tested these, and they work really well with the CM28. You get a really good signal, plenty of signal. If you use other microphones, well, I can't guarantee that the signal will be as good, but these match up really well with the CM28 Pro. So if you do want to use wired lavalier microphones with this, I would recommend the CM5. It works really well indeed. So the first test that I want to do is with the microphone itself. I'm no longer recording on my H5 recorder. I'm recording onto my digital camera using the little CM28 PRO. You can record in 3 different modes. You can have it in stereo, mono, or safety mode. Stereo allows you to record the 2 microphones on separate channels on the left and right. Mono mixes both microphones into a mono channel you'll get, or a mono mix that you'll get on both right and left of your recording. And in the safety mode, that's also a mono recording, but you get 2 tracks, the standard track and also a safety track, which is recorded at a lower level. So if you do clip your audio, then the safety track allows you to recover your audio without the clipping. So 3 different modes. I'm in the mono recording recording mode since I'm only using one microphone at the moment. The other one is in the case. And a tip, if you're using just one microphone and you have the case with the other microphone on your desk nearby, close up the case, because that will switch the second microphone off. If you leave the case open or take the second mic out and have it on, you'll be picking up audio from both the microphone on you and from the second mic. So I've got the case over here shut, and that has switched off the second mic. If I open it up and wait for it to link up, you should now hear that I've got two microphones recording, and there's probably more of an off mic sound to my voice. So if I close that, and that stops that. The other thing that you have on this microphone that is going to be of use to you is it has a noise cancellation feature. Now, I wouldn't normally use it when recording audio, but if you're in a noisy environment, then that can be helpful. I actually work in a radio station when I'm not working out of my own office at home, and at the moment I'm in the production area, and it's quite a large room. It's got echoey plain walls. You can probably hear a reverberation on my voice. These microphones have a noise cancellation feature. I don't know whether you can see, but when I press the set button once, you should see the bottom LED turn to blue, and that is now with noise cancellation turned on. I'll put it back onto my shirt so you can compare it to how it was before. If it is noisy, you do have the noise cancellation there, that it does work, it does make a difference. Although it is an omnidirectional microphone, where you do place the microphone does make a difference. So this is what it sounds like when you've got it in the typical area on your shirt. This is what it sounds like when you've got it in front of you. Now, I will switch off the noise cancellation and you should hear a difference. So this is now with the noise cancellation turned off, and probably you can hear the reverberation in this office. Let's just do a pop test without the windshield. So this is me about 8 inches away from the microphone, and I'm speaking directly into it. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled pepper. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled pepper. Now let's put that windshield on. Hello. Welcome to the video. Come over. Okay. I've just been joined by Chloe, who works in the radio station with me. Chloe?
Hello.
In fact, come over here, because I don't think you're in screen.
I just think I'm in the shop.
So come in here.
Peter Piper picked a peck of
pickled
pepper.
Okay, right. So I'll take off the windshield and we'll try that again. Now, if you come in, you're in shot.
Peter Piper picked a peck of
pickled
pepper.
Right, so
I keep forgetting that.
We'll find out how that sounds when we listen back. So that's Chloe. She works with me here at the radio station. So I'm not monitoring the audio at the moment, so I don't know what difference that makes, but I suspect it probably does make a difference. Now, you might not always want to use the built-in microphone on the CM28 PRO, so you can plug in other microphones via the 3.5mm TRS input. I've plugged in the CM5 lavalier microphone from Neewer, and I've got it positioned on my shirt in the kind of traditional place that you would put a lapel microphone. I've been using wide lavalier microphones for years now, and I quite like them. So I also quite like the fact that you can use them with the CM28 PRO. So how does this sound in comparison to the built-in microphone on the CM28 PRO? So we've tried the CM5 along with the transmitter unit. I'm now going to move on to a video shotgun mic. I've now plugged a video shotgun mic into the transmitter unit of the CM28 PRO, and this is a Deity V-Mic D3. It's very similar to a Rode video mic, so if you've got one of those, it would probably be just about the same. How does this sound in comparison to the microphone on its own or the lav mic that we were using a moment ago? Incidentally, for all these tests, I've got the unit, the receiver unit, on 4 bars out of 5 for the volume, and on the camera itself I've got the input level at 25% to try and keep the internal noise on the preamps on the camera as low as possible, and I'm getting a decent signal as far as I can see. So this is the little shotgun mic that you might put onto your digital camera. If I put it at arm's length, that might be the kind of distance that you'd have it if you had it sat on top of your camera and you were vlogging. But it does seem to work. No problems when you want to connect that up to your CM28 PRO. Let's now move on to another mic, and this is going to be my professional Sennheiser microphone. I've now plugged in my professional Sennheiser ME66 microphone into the transmitter unit of the CM28 PRO, and you don't get this connection cable with the kit. You would have to get that. It's an XLR to a 3.5mm TRS, but they're not that expensive. So if you do have an XLR microphone, it would have to be probably a condenser microphone that is self-powered, because I have tried a dynamic microphone with the transmitter unit, and there's just not enough signal for it to work well. This ME66, it takes a battery or external phantom power, but I've got a AA battery in the power unit at the bottom here. I can see the meter moving very well on the screen as I'm recording this. So this is how a professional microphone sounds at the moment. You probably can hear a little bit of room tone, some reverberation. So let's turn on the noise cancellation just now. So this is now the Sennheiser ME66 with the noise cancellation, and you probably can hear some kind of a difference. I wouldn't normally use this in this kind of an environment, but you could use it to try and get rid of some of the reverberation in the room. I would tend to use noise cancellation where I've got a noisy environment, but I would normally switch off the noise cancellation and record without, and then I would try and remove that noise in my editing on my computer. So that's a professional XLR microphone plugged into the CM28 PRO. So now I'm just testing how effective the wireless system is in terms of distance. Now I am recording inside the office. I will go outside, but at the moment I am, about a couple of meters away from the receiver. I will gradually move back, and as I move back I'll carry on speaking so that you can hear how the sound is. I'm now approximately 12 meters away from the camera. I'm now 16 meters away from the camera. There is a door to my left here on your right. I'll go through there so that we can see whether this system can cope with so many walls. This is now me at about 18 meters away. I'm now about 20 meters away from the microphone, and I've got 2 walls and doors between us. I'm now going into the lounge of the radio station, and I am now approximately 30 meters away from the receiver. How does this sound? Now, previously we were indoors where I was going through walls and there was lots of clutter in between the transmitter and receiver. Here it's a kind of line of sight. I do have off to the side a big metal skip. Whether that will affect this, I've no idea. Hopefully it won't, but I'll see how far I can go. I'm currently 3 meters away from the camera. It is windy, so I've got the windshield on this as well. That hopefully is going to be a test of how good the windshield is. It is a bit breezy, to say the least. So we'll have 2 tests in one. Right, so I'm 3 meters from the camera. The recording level on my camera is at 25%, and I'm on 4 bars out of 5 on the receiver unit of the CM28 PRO. I'm not going to walk backwards because I tried this take already and I fell over. I can't walk backwards and speak at the same time. I'm a klutz. But anyway, so 3 meters. So I'm at 10 meters now. I will go another 5 meters. So that's now 15 meters out. What do I sound like at 15 meters? I can feel the breeze in my face, so I don't know whether the microphone is picking up the wind noise or not, but it is a little bit windier today than I would normally film outdoors with. But another 5 meters, let's go. I'm now about 20 meters away from the camera and receiver, so this is 20 meters away, but let's go a little bit further. We are at 40 meters now. Let me turn around and carry on. 50 meters approximately from the camera and receiver, which look very tiny in the background now. So we're at, 60 meters. I will go another 10 meters. 70 meters away from the camera. Now, this is no way would I film at this kind of a distance, probably. Or at least I haven't got that need. You may have. So 70 meters, let's keep going. And you see me, that's me, 80 odd meters. I'm going to go over there. I'm going to end up about 100 meters. I will disappear from sight. I've now got the noise cancellation on. I'm at about, I think I'm about 80 meters away. Certainly at 80 meters, the noise cancellation has come on. I've not listened to this, obviously, but I'm imagining that the noise cancellation will also help with the sound of the wind. So I'm getting closer and closer, and we'll end up at 3 meters to the camera. At the moment I'm probably around 30 meters away, if not a little bit more. I think I was at 20 meters when I was over here, so I think this was about 20 meters. I'll carry on getting closer, and I think I was around here. So we've had a look at the Neewer CM28 PRO microphone, the wireless microphone set. It works really well with other microphones that you can plug in. Now, you can't plug in an XLR dynamic microphone because the dynamic mic has just got too lower output. But I was using my professional condenser microphone that has an internal power supply. You can put in a AA battery. That one worked really well with the CM28 PRO. I also used the CM5, the wired lavalier microphone. That seemed to work well with this unit. So what do I like about it? I like that it's compact, it's light, it is flexible. I can use lots of other microphones that I've got in my kit bag with the transmitter unit. I also like the fact that it has got an internal recording capability. Each of the transmitters has got 4 gig of recording space on it. It's on a loop system. I also like the fact that it does have noise cancellation. I would never use that feature, but I can appreciate that there are people who would want to use it and would have a need for it. I like all of those features, and the fact that you can connect up to 3 devices from the transmitter is great. I'm currently going from the audio out on the receiver to my R6 mirrorless camera, but there are 2 other outputs. There's a USB-C output, so you could connect to your laptop, computer, or a smartphone using that. There's also a headphone output, so you could connect that to a digital recorder or another mirrorless camera. So you could be recording with 3 different video devices simultaneously, and that way you're not going to have to do any post-production synchronization of your video and audio. So this CM28 PRO and also the CM5 wide lavalier microphone, big thumbs up from me. If you are interested in one of these, check out the links down in the description. In the meantime, YouTube thinks that you'll really like this video over here. Until the next one, cheers.